Took me a little longer to get back from the Best Buy store because I had to go get a new webcam. So welcome everyone. If you are joining that you're showing up again. I had this broadcast set at 1 o'clock and it's now about 2:08 or so. Today, what I'm going to be doing is doing a fall card since it's the first day of autumn to connect. Now I'm going to, since I just got this new webcam, I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to show you the stamp set and the inside of the catalog of where you can get it. Remember, we are in celebration, so any $50 amount that you buy from Stampin' Up, you get your choice of a free either stamp set or paper set, or just wonderful. And for every $50 you spend, you can add additional free products. So that's so fun. All right, I'm turning my camera down, so here we go. Just needed to go buy that brand new camera. There it is. Okay, I told you I was going to share with you where I got my stamp set. Oh, it is right here. This is Beauty. It's the Beauty of the Earth series, but the stamp is called Beauty of Friendship, and it's these trees, and they're two-step trees, and I used the little branch tree by itself one of my last videos, but I'm also going to be using this paper. Actually, I'm just going to use one sheet of it and it's going to work beautifully. So this is on page 10 and 11 of the annual catalog. Okay, and your free things come out of the celebration brochure. So here's my stamp set that I'm using, and I love these because it's 2 steps. You get a lot of texture, a lot of variation in these 2, and then this is an additional layer that you can put on top with maybe a different color and stuff, and it's just fabulous. So I'm using today 3 colors that are fall colors. This is Old Olive, I'm using Bumblebee, and Cinnamon Cider. I'm using Cinnamon Cider on the branch, but I will stamp off. So that will be one of the first things I do. Now I'm also using, it's called Picture This die, and it comes with these 2 dies. Okay. On Friday, I'm going to be using the one with the circles. This is, it's really, really neat. They all have the raised stitched, the stitching. So I'm going to use this one on Friday at 1 o'clock. And today I'm going to be using the rectangles. All right. And I want to show you the pieces that I'm going to be using. Okay. And I've actually die cut this one already. So I don't want to have to die cut too many. All right. Can you see my host code? I'm going to be flashing that up there in a little bit. I just want you to be able to see it. If you order anything from Stampin' Up, you can find my store right there and go directly to my store. And if you use the host code, I would appreciate that, so that I can send you, I will know who it is, and I can send you a free card and a little gift. So, all right, now let me show you I showed you the ink pads we're using, and this is the DSP, or the designer paper, that we're going to use. It's with the little trees. On the back side of this paper is just green, and we could possibly use that too. Now this is going to be so neat to use with my die, my particular die. Okay, I'm also using Bumblebee cardstock as my base. So the base started out at 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So it makes an A2 size card, and that is 4 1/4 by 5.5. You know what I want to do is see if I have anybody. Oh, I do have somebody commenting. That means Hannah. Yes. Hi, Hannah. I have a brand new camera. Thank goodness. I had to rush over to Best Buy and running, of course, run into School Zone. They have early release today. So I had to slow down. And in addition to this paper and the Bumblebee card base, we're going to use white cardstock, and you want to cut your white cardstock down to 4 and 5 1/4. Okay, and this is for your die cut. Now I've already die cut this one out because I want to show you how cool it looks. Okay, I'm going to put it as close as I can, and you see it's got the stitching in it. And it has 3 places that we're going to peek through. All right, so this is what it's going to look like. What I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to poke these out. I guess we'll do the, oh, you know what? I don't want to do that yet. I have another idea. Okay, so before I poke these out, I want to do some stamping. So let me move that. And I want to stamp off. Okay, I can use this. I don't want to get my pad dirty. I'm going to stamp off, but I'm going to start with my tree. Okay, so with the little tree branch. And I'm going to use cinnamon cider. If you don't have that die cut set, you really should have it in your arsenal because it makes some really cute cards. Okay, I'm inking up cinnamon cider on my little tree branch. I'm going to stamp it off once on my scrap paper, and then I'm going to put it kind of falling off right here. I want it to get on the edge of the white card and just a little bit there. You'll see it in a second. So I have already die cut this, and I put like masking tape on the back so these wouldn't fall out. There. So there's my stamped off. You can see how dark it is here. So it's stamped off, makes it a shade lighter, and it looks a lot better. And now I want to get my old olive, and I'm going to stamp it's actually the one that has a lot of dimension because it's got the raised edges on this. And I don't know. I know what I want to do. I want to stamp off the green. So I'm going to do it in old olive and stamp off. And then I'm going to come here and stamp again. Okay. Give me a nice green tree, but we want this to be a fall card. So I'm going to take my bumblebee and my little dabbers. I call these dabbers, these little things. It's got a foam top on them. You can get them in the catalog. And I'm going to ink up with bumblebee. And I'm going to be looking here, and I want my bumblebee to fall to the right of this. So I'm going to put it on the right side. Tapping here, you can see how my stamp is getting more yellow. So just here and at the bottom. But then I'm also going to take my green again, and I'm going to add a little bit more green to the other side just to help balance it. Okay. It's not going on very well. I got to really ink it up. Okay. Let's try that again. I think this will look really nice. Okay. Give me a little bit of color on my fall tree. And here I go. Yay. I had Christina here earlier when I was trying to get my camera to work. and she might come back. Okay, look at my little tree there. So I stamped over the punched out rectangles just for a little bit. Now what I want to do, got to close my ink pads. Now what I want to do is punch them out. So take off that. See, I'm going to show you how. Oh, I used Post-it notes. So I'm going to punch these out. 1, 2, 3. And what's so cool about this is, you know, if you don't use these little punch outs, you can save them and use them for something else. And what's nice is they also have, let's see if I can show you. They also have the little stitching in them. There, you can see it. Neat, huh? Okay, so I have just the open. And what I want to do is take my paper, my designer paper, and put it underneath and figure out where I want to put these little trees. I thought these were perfect for that. So I could put it here, which gives me a nice scene up here and a scene down there. And actually, I am going to use my center piece as it was. So you can still see. Okay, so we're going to use that centerpiece so it shows the stamped part. And it's okay that it's not stamped in here. But I want you to see the entire top of that tree. And what I'm going to do before I move this again is I'm going to take my greeting stamp and my old olive, and I'm going to put my greeting right there in the middle. So that's acting as my tag for my greeting. So I'm stamping that up. I'm going to hold this and put thinking of you. Remember, this is Stamping to Connect. And the reason why I call it that is because we want to stamp, make cards, and send them to connect with our family and friends or, you know, distant relatives, something. So to brighten people's day. All right. Now I have that done. Now all I need to do is to get my die cut. Here's the die. And put it, let's do this, so I know exactly where it's going. I'm going to put it back in place so I can tell. Looks like it needs to go about right there. So I'm going to put this here. Take a look at it again. Okay, I think that's going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my trees, and I'm going to get the tree bases there. This one won't matter because we're putting that label in that I just put the thinking of you in right there. That's where it's going to go. And we want these trees cut. So I think that looks pretty good. Now I need to get my tape. I use this Post-it tape because it's not very sticky, and it won't tear my paper. Okay, I'm putting that down. And another one on this side because I want to hold it. Come down just a bit. I want to get the base of those trees. That's good. Okay, I know I need to cut the side of this just a bit so that I can run through my die machine. I don't have room on my desk to put my die machine on this desk, so if you'll just excuse me while I turn on another table and get this done. It won't take but a minute. You'll hear the cranking. Here we go. Cranking it through. Oops. Okay. And see the result. Oh, that was noisy, wasn't it? It's so pretty here today. We've got a nice cool front that came in, and so and so it's nice and dry. It's not all humid and makes the weather feel so much better. It was, now look at that. Isn't that cool? See? Okay, so that's this die cut. And remember, this is called Picture This. Okay. And you can use this for all kinds of things. I know the circles, I've seen so many put the little animals in it, and that's what I want to do on Friday. So catch me again Friday at 1 o'clock Central. All right, so now I'm going to poke these out. There they are. And I need to get my first layer that I started and glue them back in. There's 1, 2, 3. Just that makes a pretty card. But instead of that center one, I want to use the thinking of you. See how nice that looks? I just think it looks so fabulous. Now, how do I make them stay in there, you ask? Tricky, but it can be done. I saw another demonstrator who actually, she cut hers. She didn't use the die cut with the paper. She actually just cut hers by hand, and they were longer. But you know, since I'm doing this, I want to just fit them in. I just thought that was the faster way to do it than trying to cut them longer and have them overlap on the back. Then on the back, you turn it over and you get your handy dandy Scotch tape and just Scotch tape it on there. And it works because they fit in perfectly. A little longer strip, and they might even catch the other one. Yep. Let's see, this one moved a little bit, but I can get my Scotch tape. Just run that on there. You know, why complicate things, right? Scotch tape works. Put one again here. Catch both of them. And catch both of them here. So you want them to be flush. Now, turn it over. There they are. And I can take my little Post-it off. And I'll save these little pieces for my die cut machine because they can be used over and over and over again. Nifty, huh? Look at that. Yay, there's my card already. It's coming together. I liked putting the tree here too, and then using that center as a focal for the sentiment. I thought that was fun. So now all I have to do is take my card base, and I chose the bumblebee because I thought it brought out that gold. Isn't that pretty? So simple and pretty. And let me get my glue and turn it over again so I can glue the edges. Now this is really fast, and it's so impressive looking with all that stitching on there, all around on that frame. I'll close my ink. I don't know why that one's still open. Okay, here we go. Yeah, when that camera didn't come on again, I'm like, okay, it's blinking in and out. And sometimes I thought it just had to warm up. And the first time I did it, where my old webcam didn't work, I thought, well, it just needs to, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I have a setting wrong. And, went through the whole thing. But now I just thought it needed warming up. It didn't, it was just going out. So now I have a new one. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it was so easy. So easy. I just think that's so neat. And so you can always put pattern paper of any of your choice in these boxes or here. But I like the fun idea of stamping on top was kind of different. I haven't seen that at all on Pinterest. So I will also want to put an inside panel, and my inside panel is 4 1/8 by 5 1/4, and that will make it fit. I like to snug them to the center there, and then it makes what's supposed to make a good even, pretty even. I got it off a little bit. Oh well, I still like that. It's close enough, perfect for me. Well, Hannah, thank you so much for being here. And for those of you who will be catching this on the replay, I am going to be posting this up on YouTube. So if you are catching this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Stamping to Connect. And here, I would appreciate if you'd give me a comment, let me know on Facebook Live or on the replay what you like about this card. I like that it was so fast and so easy. Now, all I would do in addition is maybe add a couple little jewels. And let me see what I have. Let me see what I can pull out real fast. I still have these little from the In Color little enamel dots. So I'm going to use these Bumblebee color. And I think I'm going to put 3 of them right there. Just to 2, or I could put 1 there too. Now I'll put them all up there. Just because that space over here, I have this space with the tree, and so it's giving it weight, and this will also give some weight to balance both sides, because that's what you in design, that's what you are looking for, is you're looking for balance. So I think that looks beautiful. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me. And again, if you would like to order anything, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you could definitely join my team. That would be awesome. But if you would like to order anything, go to JeanetteCollins.stampinup.net and use the host code here. It's F2QTQMFJ, and that goes through the 30th. For every $50 you buy from Stampin' Up, you can get free items out of Celebration. And this is our Celebration brochure. So there's lots of free items here. Okay, thank you for being with me, and I will see you on Friday, 1 p.m. Central. And now I won't have any reason to be late. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.